Okay, welcome in. And you are wondering, why is that big smile on Shane's face today? And it's because the Steelers took it to the Giants last night.
I thought you were going to say because you weren't a Bucs fan.
That's also true. So
that joke's going to run for at least a week.
Yeah, that's double trouble. Well, I mean, they're playing Carolina this week, so at least they're going to get a win. So, the Steelers look good. And I don't think that the Giants are that bad. I think that the Steelers defense is fast. They're physical. They really took over the game. And when Saquon Barkley has 15 carries and 6 yards, I think they did something right.
Big Ben outrushed them.
Yeah.
I bet you no one took that prop. I can guarantee not one person in the world took that prop.
If they did, they'd make a lot of money.
Yeah. 1 in a million?
Yeah, absolutely. And, like a takeaway from the Giants, I guess Daniel Jones looked like he's taking another step.
Yeah, it looked a lot better.
Darius Slayton was basically uncoverable by the Steelers. I mean, it seemed like they focused all their attention to Barkley anyway, but the guy had 2 touchdowns yesterday, and he burned Nelson, who really, that didn't happen to him all year last year. So,
yeah, like my one big thing I was watching was, are the Giants that bad? Like, that was the one thing I kept going back to. But like I said, the Steelers defense, we talked about it this morning. I was like, man, I didn't know how fast they were.
Yeah.
And it's usually, you always see defenses that can crash down or defenses that can contain. It's very rare that you get the defense that can do both.
Yeah.
Like, how can you come that fast downhill? Oh, by the way, we can still stretch you out. And that's literally what they did to Saquon the whole time. Like, I don't care how fast you are. If you're only going east and west, it does not work.
No.
And that's what they did. And their linebackers shut him down. He never got past them.
No, I know, yeah. Bud Dupree was all over the place. Vince Williams was all over the place. I mean, even Big Cam Hayward had an interception. Like, it was a good night to be a Steelers fan. It's been a while since we won on week 1. So, like, between what happened last year and the way the last couple seasons have gone, pretty happy guy today.
As you should be.
Yeah.
You're 1-0 after week 1. So it's kind of go from there. Then you go into like, hey, your big pick of the year, we'll say.
You know what? The Broncos.
You've been going off on me with a 2-2 with the Buccaneers. I think you were the only guy on the hype train for the Broncos.
Yeah, but the Broncos actually did something, and they not only could have won the game, they also decided to lose it. Like, they made the decision to lose. So I think that that's pretty skillful. If the quote, what's his name? Vic Fangio. I mean, if somebody would have told him that you can't convert timeouts into points, maybe, I don't know, maybe
he thinks you can use them again next week.
Maybe.
Like, to win an argument later, like everybody's wife does. Hey, remember that time 2 weeks ago? I didn't use that timeout?
Yeah. Get the aggregate timeouts. Yeah.
Roll them in.
I don't know what they were thinking. Like, I mean, I'll be honest, the game was on pretty late, and I was kind of in and out, like, whatever. But, I mean, I went back and rewatched most of the stuff, and when it comes down to it, like, Drew Lock looked good. Melvin Gordon looked good. The Broncos defense, you can see what they're supposed to be. Now, Boye got hurt. Von Miller's not going to play all year, but I'm not prepared to say that I was wrong, but
I've never even heard you say you were wrong once.
It's possible that I might have overstepped on my Broncos pick. So I'm not 100% certain they're going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC because they're going to start 0-2. So
kind of going on that game too. The one bunch of takeaways I had is the Titans did win and they won kind of their way.
The ugliest way possible.
Yeah, they fed Derrick Henry the ball,
yeah,
which that is the recipe for them to win.
Mm-hmm.
31 carries. My only concern with that is like no one else carried the ball.
Yeah,
and I understand he's superhuman and he's a freak and he's a man. I guess a bigger man against men. We'll just say.
Yeah.
But that's a massive workload, especially for week 1, no preseason, limited training camp. I just feel that's a recipe for disaster.
Absolutely.
I don't care who you are. It's going to be tough for anybody's body to hold out to that. My other big thing is, this is what terrifies me more than anything, is how do you let Ryan Tannehill throw the ball 43 times?
It's incredible.
Like, they paid him, I get it. And you want to show off your new shiny toy. Well, I guess not really a new shiny toy, but like your buffed up toy, we'll say. But 43 times, that's not his thing. He's never been that quarterback. And so if that's the route they're going to go with, like, I understand you got to feed up Henry, get him his touches. I like that. 30, a little much. Maybe kind of 20, 25 somewhere, especially to start the season off. Playoffs, run them in the ground. But until then, not yet. But those 43 passes, like that's scary for any quarterback, I think.
Yeah.
Unless it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty one-dimensional as far as like the way that they're running their offense. I don't think there's a lot of trick to what's going on. I'm pretty, like you said, Henry had 31 carries. Is that what it was?
Yeah, 30 plus carries week 1.
Yeah. Not to mention, I mean, they probably play action to him 10 times. So. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that guy took a little bit of a beating. Obviously, he can handle it, but
no one else rushed the ball.
Yeah.
So like, to me, that's the scariest part is like, what happens if he's not there?
It's like Madden.
And then like kind of talking about running backs on the other side, Melvin Gordon had a significant amount of touches. Philip Lindsay, he did get injured, came out. But like, what does that mean going into fantasy for those guys? Like, does that take Lindsay off guys' boards and off their charts? Like, where do you go from there with those guys?
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that it does. And he's got turf toe, and that's the kind of thing that's going to linger all season. So, I would imagine that if you're looking for a running back to start behind Gordon, like it's probably Royce Freeman, but I would just avoid that altogether. I think Gordon is going to have a good year, and I think that he was slotted to be the number 1 back anyway. But I'm sure that they wanted Lindsay there to catch the balls out of the backfield and be a little bit of a change of pace.
Yeah, and outside of that, Noah Fant lit it up. Played like a beast. He's on our fantasy team.
Yeah.
Championship, we'll take it. We had a rough go, though.
Yeah. Well, we had a rough go because of the asshole on the other side. Goskowski missed 4 field goals. And
1 job.
Yeah. We needed 6 points from him, and he got us -1. So that's not going to get it done.
No. So, talk about our fantasy. We're in a 1 league together. We usually do pretty well in it. So, that's why we did that game. We'll talk about our other league that we do.
Yeah, well, luckily we have Devontae Adams. And, I mean, the guy did amazing.
He's got a pretty good quarterback.
I've heard of the guy, yeah. Yeah, it just seems like this is his year, We had Cooper. Cooper did well. As far as, like, Zeke Elliott and Dak Prescott, we also have them. But, I mean, I think that offense is going to show more stuff as the season goes on. But, yeah, we did lose. We lost to a team we shouldn't have lost to. Yeah.
And then, like, I call it my main league, the league that I run, the one that we've played in, I guess, now for me 10 years, you 7 years.
Fuck, it's going to make me drink.
You had a rough go.
Yeah, I lost Michael Thomas, Le'Veon Bell, and Marlon Mack. Done, week 1. Okay, let's see what's up. So
luckily, you got 2 quarterbacks. You got to make a move there. You got Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes, and probably was like, how the hell did that guy do that? But good for you.
Yeah. But I mean, we'll have to see who's going to be out there who wants to make a deal. So call me up, let me know.
And then for me, like, I lost, I put up 150 points.
Yeah.
Very rare that you lose when you do that.
Yeah.
That blew my mind. Like, I thought I was laughing. Tip my hat to our buddy Mitch there, though. He did come out on top. Good for him. That being said, scoring 150 points and losing, that doesn't make me worry about my team.
No. You shouldn't be worried at all.
My only, like, I guess we'll say my weak spot, I guess, like, I had the Vikings defense. Well, Aaron Rodgers told me I was an idiot.
Yeah. But I think the Vikings defense in the long run is a good play.
Yeah, and then on top of that, Keenan Allen probably had one of his worst games in a long time.
Yeah.
And they're already calling for Tyrod's head in San Diego. I saw that today on the world of Twitter, is that they're saying bring in Herbert, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
I don't know how long the leash is on that, what they want to do, but hopefully that helps me out, I guess.
Well, I think that they're playing Kansas City this week, and I don't know that off the top of my head. I didn't remember his schedule, but if that's the case,
Tyrod's playing.
Yeah.
It's pretty safe to say Tyrod's playing.
Then. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, that could mean that they're probably going to lose to Kansas City, but we'll see. I mean, last thing as far as Monday Night Football goes, and we haven't really had much of a chance to talk about it, but the new booth for Monday Night Football. I don't know if you've heard anything about it. So I'm not really too sure how they landed on these guys, and there wasn't a preseason for them to get ready, I guess. But it was bad. They were really bad. They couldn't explain things properly, and if I was a casual football fan watching it, I wouldn't understand why the guys that are announcing the game don't understand what's happening. And one of the main things that they couldn't explain was why Vic Fangio wasn't taking the timeout. So oh no, this this must be his strategy. Like,
That's the worst strategy I ever heard. You can't
You're-
take those things home.
your strategy also can't be to lose. I don't think that's a strategy. So
Maybe he just doesn't want the job.
could
He's
be.
like, hey, how do I get out of here?
Yeah, but like the 30,000 foot view, I'd say I didn't think we could get much worse than Jason Witten and the other guy and Booger McFarland, but we did. We got worse. So Monday Night Footballs are going to be tough to watch, but Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler did awesome for the Steelers game, so I was happy about that.
Yeah. So kind of after that, we're going to do our picks, which I know I went 2-0 on my Monday night picks. Sunday, though, dinged me bad, and we have this contest going. I don't know how many of you guys know this. Shane came out 5-1. I came out 3-3. Thankfully, that happened for me.
Yeah.
Because it was going to be a rough season. They already down 4 games right away.
Yeah, and a lot of it is because Vic Fangio fucked me. So
Thank you,
forget
Vic.
that guy. Yeah, man, that like he makes my picks look bad, and then he screws over Monday Night Football. So, I'm not over it yet. But the Steelers are playing the Broncos this week, so
hey, don't use those timeouts.
yeah.
And then after that, like we got to go into Thursday Night Football. Like I don't even know how you get pumped up for this game as a fan. Like unless you live in the dumpster fire of Ohio right now of football. You have the Browns and the Bengals. Like
Yeah.
Cheers, I guess, to those guys. Like they got a primetime game.
Yeah. Well, I guess everyone gets one at least, and for it being on the first like non-opening like week 2, I guess it's better to get it out of the way now because some of the Thursday night games are pretty good that are coming up. But I'm actually kind of looking forward to Burrow playing. He's got his first start out of the way. Cleveland clearly has a shitty defense because Lamar Jackson had 80% completion.
Yeah, it blew my mind when I saw that. I was like, first off, the knock on Lamar Jackson is his accuracy.
Yeah.
And he put 80% on you.
Yeah, so I'm going to pick the Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to win.
I think this could be Joe Burrow's coming out party. Like he showed glimpses. He had that drive last week, or I guess not even last week, a couple days ago. But it's going to show that it's now like this is why I'm the number 1 pick. I think he's going to go off.
Yeah.
There's no one that can cover anybody in Cleveland. We just found out.
Yeah, and they got a lot of weapons in Cincinnati.
Cleveland, they got the toys. They got and Baker. Like this is one of those games. Maybe he can come out, do his thing, get some confidence back, win a divisional game. Like he's in his 3rd year. Like this is his option year. So they have to make that choice. And if I'm him, I'm going all in. Like it's like you can't play safe right now.
I don't think he's choosing to play as badly as he is.
Well, obviously.
I think it's just happening.
I've been high on Baker since the day he came in. I'm hoping he spins this thing around. I want him to do well.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason that leads me to believe that he's not going to do that is that he plays for the Browns.
That's where quarterbacks go to die.
Yeah. Like
Trevor Lawrence, you might have a new home. You're going to go from Jacksonville to the Jets to maybe the Browns.
Yeah. Ugh.
Can you say no to all those places?
I'm sure he's just going to go back to school for another year. If the
Clemson could beat all of you.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. But who are you feeling for the game? Like, I'm definitely taking the Bengals.
I think I have to take the Bengals. I have no faith in the Browns. I don't know what Baker's going to show up. And, like, right now, he's, like, the only guy on that team I would even, like, consider to be a star.
Right.
Odell's not Odell. Jarvis Landry is...
He's questionable.
Yeah.
I mean, he got... not even sure if he's going to play. And Joko got put onto IR. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that they have zero chance. Just... the arrow is not pointing up in Cleveland.
No. Unfortunately, I think they'd still both lose to Ohio State.
Yeah. There's supposed to be some kind of announcement. The Big Ten's supposed to come out and decide to play again. So that's going to be interesting.
So, yeah, Thursday Night Football, I'll be watching. Am I going to be pumped up for it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be on in the background. Baseball is kind of coming down the stretch here, and NBA is getting into the conference finals, and I'm not sure if the Cup will be started by then, but it's probably going to be the Lightning and the Stars, which, I mean, maybe that's not like the sexiest matchup, but it's 2 pretty good teams. So. And
there'll probably be a college game on of some teams I haven't heard of yet, and I'll probably still choose to watch that over top of it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I guess the last thing was about our defensive exterminator of the week. And, I should have let off with it because, for me, it's Bud Dupree. The guy was everywhere. No, he didn't get a sack, but all of his quarterback hurries led to bad things for the Giants. One of them being an interception on the 5-yard line. And the guy was older, but the Steelers had 11 tackles for loss. How's that even a thing? That can't be a real. That's a Madden stat.
Yeah, well, you're gonna go exterminator. I'm gonna go pest. Because honestly, what happened in that Tennessee game, I can't deal with. Gostkowski missing 4 field goals. Man, I can't get past that. You better not have a job today.
Yeah.
I know you have a great reputation. You've been around the league forever, and you've been probably one of the most accurate kickers in the last 10 years.
Right.
But I'm sorry. You missed that many, you're out.
Yeah. Well,
I'm bringing at least 2 kickers this week.
I think they got a decision to make there for sure because Tennessee's had some kicking problems for a couple years now. So.
Yeah. No, I think you bring in 2 guys and you say, hey, this is I don't care if you're a veteran.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you this job. You have to earn it. You have to re-earn it, I guess we'll say.
Right.
Because to me, that's the biggest pass. If I'm one of those guys on the sidelines, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, Derrick Henry takes 31 carries and gets pounded all day, and Gostkowski just continues to miss field goals.
And it's okay?
Yeah.
That's not okay for me.
Yeah, it's bull.
So that's my pest. You picked your exterminator. On top of that, guys, thanks for watching and listening. Don't forget Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm sure there's probably one other will get there soon.
All the links are in the bio.
Yeah. Thanks for watching and listening, guys. And Shane, cheers.